Hello students. Today in English class we will be reading the second half of chapter 4, The Treasure Seekers part 1. So yesterday we discussed that the 6 children of Bestable family decided to get a better idea so that each and every idea can be figured out starting with the eldest one. So let us read the rest of the story and know what exactly happened. And I made up my mind before 2 minutes were over, and I saw the others had, all but Dora, who always takes an awful lot of time over everything. I got pins and needles in my leg from sitting still so long, and when it was 7 minutes, Echo cried out, "Oh, it must be more than half an hour." So, rest of the children all agreed upon with the idea, but Dora was still thinking, and Echo, after 7 minutes, said that he still needs half an hour to come up with a better idea. Oswald spoke first. "I think we might stop people on Blackheath with crepe mask and horse pistols and say, 'Your money, your life. Resistance is useful. We are armed to the teeth.'" Now the idea which Oswald was having, that they will dress up like Blackheath with a mask and a pistol in their hand, and the passerbys will be asked to give them money. Either give them money or your life is gone. Dora screwed up her nose the way she always does when she is going to talk like the good elder sister in books, and said, "That would be very wrong. It's like pickpocketing or taking pennies out of father's overcoat when it's hanging in the hall." After listening to Oswald, Dora just stopped him and said it was not a good idea. It seems as if we all are burgling the people. I must say, I don't think she should have said that, especially before the little ones. For I used to do that when I was only 4. It was Alice's turn to say, "I think we might try the diving rod. I have often read about it. You hold a stick in your hand, and when you come to where there is gold underneath, the stick kicks out. So you know, and you dig." So you must have seen some pickpocketers or the few children who take a rod in their hand and they just keep on waving on the ground and moving. The magnet is attached to that rod, and all the iron or metal things just are attracted to that. So similarly, there is a rod about which Alice is talking. So she says that we can use that stick and we will come to know where the gold is, and we can dig that particular place and take out the gold. "Oh," said Dora suddenly, "I have an idea, but I'll say last. I hope there's nothing wrong about the diving rod." "Anyhow, we'll try the other ways first," said Dora. "Now, Echo." So Dora has a brilliant idea within her mind, but she says that she'll be the last one to speak up. And she gives the affirmation with the Alice idea also. "Let's be bandits," said Echo. "I dare say it's wrong, but it would be fun pretending." Now, bandits, the idea of Echo. He says that let's be some gundas, act like them, and it will be a fun if we do so, though it does not look good or seems good to hear. I'm sure it's wrong, said Dora, and Dicky said she thought everything wrong. She said she didn't, and Dicky was very disagreeable. So Oswald had to make peace and he said, let's hear what Noel's idea is. Now, when Dora rejected Echo's idea also, Dicky and Dora had a little bit of altercation among themselves. A small argument took place where Oswald stood up and tried to create the peace and asked everybody to hear the Noel's idea. I kicked Noel under the table to make him hurry up, and then he said he didn't think he wanted to play anymore. That's the worst of it. The others are so jolly, ready to quarrel. I told Noel not to be a sniveling pig, and at last he said he had not made up his mind whether he would print his poetries in a book and sell it or find a princess and marry her. So, just to settle down the argument, Noel was asked to speak up his mind, but something else was going in his mind, and he said that he has not yet thought of an idea. After a while, he spoke up and said that he was thinking of getting his poetries printed, or he'll find a princess and just marry with her. Whichever it is, he added, none of you shall want for anything, though Oswald did kick me and say I was a sniveling pig. The word sniveling means a person who always keeps on complaining. So, whichever it is, Oswald said that whatever you are thinking, you can opt for any of the options. But right now, we are up to something else. I didn't, said Oswald. I told you not to be one. And Alice explained to him that it was quite the opposite of what he thought. So he agreed to drop it. Then Dicky spoke. You must all of you have noticed the advertisement in the papers telling you that ladies and gentlemen can easily earn £2 a week in their spare time. Now that we don't go to school, all our time is spare time. So I think we could easily earn £20 a week each. And I have another idea, but I must think about it before I say. So Dicky said that he had gone through an advertisement in the paper which said that in your free time you can earn £2 a week. So as a whole, £20 can be earned in a week by each of them. He had another idea also, but he said that he would like to think before he speaks. Then Dora jumped up, dropping the stocking and the thimble, and said, let's try my way now. Let's dig for treasure. Not any tiresome diving road, but just plain digging. People who dig for treasure always find it. And then we shall be rich and we need not try your ways at all. Some of them are rather difficult, and I am certain some of them are wrong. And we must always remember that wrong things. Now, Dora had an idea that simply start digging the ground and definitely you will find a treasure, because the rest of the ideas which were heard, some of them were very tiresome and some of them were quite wrong. So, in digging the ground does no harm. You will not be harming anybody. Simply dig, and when people dig, they definitely find the treasure also. But we told her to shut up and come on, and she did. I couldn't help wondering as we went down to the garden why my father had never thought of digging there for treasure instead of going to his beastly office every day. So the narrator said that they all tried to make Dora quiet. But then, as she was the eldest one, everybody had to follow her also. So they all went to the garden, and the narrator kept on thinking that why his father never thought of digging it, and why is he always going to the office. So, till here we read that the final conclusion, that start digging the garden in order to find the treasure and turn the bad fortune of the family into the good one. So rest of the story we will come to know in chapter 5, The Treasure Seekers part 2. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you and have a good day.